Hey guys, welcome back. It's Dot. I am running close here. It is 20 minutes to the new year 2013. I just finished creating and stocking the dispensers over where we're going to have our fireworks display. But before we do that, I wanted to go over a couple of ideas for how you might launch these things. A quick way to launch them is using a dispenser. You can stock the dispenser with any number of fireworks that you want, but unless they're identical, you cannot stack them. So I have a full stack of 64 of these small ball orange ones. You know, I can split them up if I want to. It really doesn't matter. They'll launch whenever. And what I had done is created a series of groupings. I have one that's just one dispenser tied to a clock like this guy over here. And the way the clock works is it's pretty simple. It's just a series of repeaters that are tied together into a loop. And I've got this set spanned out to their full 4 ticks of time so that we can create a bit of a delay. Before you use it, you need to kind of give it a punch start here. So I just use a redstone torch. I place it and take it out immediately. And do you see that? So now if I come down here, every time this launches or lights up, something can be tied in. So if I tie this in, watch, boom. You see that? And then it won't be super fast, so people have a chance to see what they are. You see? Okay. I then created additional units that tied into further possibilities. For instance, this one over here ties together 2. One will go off as soon as the timer gets to it. The second one will go off a tad bit later. You see that? And then the third one I tried to make was a combination of 3. One is immediate, one after a short delay, and one after an even longer delay. See that? Okay, so these are ideas for how you might tie them all together. Okay, well, let's take a trip over and see what I did to get ready for this thing. I've got a control block right here that has a TP command associated with it that's going to take me to this platform. And if I swap over to a couple of things here, I want to go to far right now so we can see. This is a platform very similar to the one I just showed you. I have a series of singles, doubles, and triples. Same thing over here, a single, a double, a triple. Back here I have 2 doubles, and down here I've got something set up for my finale. And the finale is after a short delay, all right, more to avoid hitting this. I come to this sequence, and if I just hop up, you'll notice that it's a series of dispensers with a 4/10, that's almost a 1/2 second delay between the firing of each one. And I believe there are 7 in each row, then a longer delay, then 7 in each row, and then the timer would kick in for this run again until they're depleted. This time I decided to start here and run through a series of 9, and these are all different. I've got some low ones, some mediums, and some high ones. And in this entire sequence, it's just 1 of each for all of these. When I got down here, it was the same thing, 1 of each at different flights. Over here, I started to punch it up, and I've got extras in here. And then down under here for this grand finale, I've got the really big ones. And I want to say, if I come over here, I think I have a couple of them down here. Yeah, look at these. 4 of them in one time. You see that? So I really punched it up a little bit. Okay, so we're ready to go here. What I think I'm going to do is punch start my timer here. I want to make sure I get to a position where it's not going to light up anything else. And we'll get this thing running. Let's see if I can do this fast. I'm going to temporarily switch over to tiny because it gives me the best possibility. There we go. Of timing this. Oh, it went out. It went out because I forgot to tie it together down there. Okay, so let me punch that up again. This is the exact same timer that you saw on the other one, and I can actually tie it in down on this end or down on that end. Okay, I put a little bit of a platform of bedrock here to hide the amount of light that it makes on the opposite side of that wall. So before we continue over here, let's just take a short flight over to this little thing. Let's go into far again so you can see what I did. So behind that wall is where all the fireworks are going to go off. And I've got a little happy 2013 going on over there. Well, I created a viewing platform so that my players on the server could step up onto this little platform. It's high enough above any of the trees or buildings that exist in the city so as not to obscure their view. It says here, are you really ready to watch the fireworks? Maybe you should do the following. And I gave them some tips on what they could do to ensure that they see the coolest thing. So for instance, it says turn off all the lighting switches behind this sign. I'll show you what I mean by that in a minute. And then inside of your game, set the viewing distance to far, which is what we did here. Set the graphics to fancy. Turn clouds off. Turn particles up to everything. Then it says maybe you would like to do smooth lighting on. Okay. And then I'm telling them where they should look to see the majority of the fireworks. And then turn on some favorite music if you'd like a little sound to accompany it. Unfortunately, it's not synchronized. And then it says enjoy the show and then stick around. Now this one says you're going to see close to 250 fireworks. The show you're going to see in a minute has got close to 500. And look here, it says it took over 5 hours to make all those rockets. And honestly, it did. So let's come over here and we'll talk about 2 more things. I said one of the things they need to do is turn off all the lighting that I put up here so that they don't have any light obscuring their view. So we're going to do that. Alright, that one's already off. Then I made a comment to focus on the Y. So see the word happy? And it ends with this Y right here. I am saying they should focus right about here. They're going to see fireworks over here, all the way to over here. So if they focus here, though, they won't miss anything. Now as it turns to night, this is great, because here's what I want to show you next. I've created, and I kind of hid it in here so that the kids don't screw things up for me, a couple of extra goodies to make sure that this thing is going to operate. Again, here is another little clock. So before I walk you through what this is going to do, let me fire this up real quick. And again, I want to be quick to do this. There we go. Alright, just a little. This is a quick clock. I've got 3 little command blocks or control blocks in here. This one will make sure that it stays nighttime. And it's a particular nighttime because if we bring it in right now, time set 14,500, and then I go out to that far mode and I go into fly. See where the moon is? Behind the platform down there. Okay, now you see the creepers? Alright, I didn't want the players that are going to watch the show to have to contend with the possibility they could get blown up by bad guys. So the first command block is going to continually set the time to 14,500, which is going to position the moon behind them so they can watch a nice, clean, dark star field while they're doing it. Alright, come inside again here. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to connect this one in. And then if we come back out, alright, we don't even have to see the moon. But watch. Oh, wait a minute, what's going on? Yeah, that should be good. We should be seeing it flicker back. Do I have the wrong one? Oh, yes I do. Okay. So this is another command block that takes care of another possible piece that could ruin the show. This command clears the weather. No rain, no snow, no lightning, no thunder for a nice long chunk of time. And again, every time this little clock spins around, it resets it. So really, it's going to be forever. Let me come over here. Okay, this is the one that does the nighttime. So we'll activate that one by tossing a piece of redstone here. Now we'll come out and I'll show you what I was talking about. Look at the stars. See how they flicker backwards? Every time the clock kicks in, it pushes that moon backwards. And then the last thing, and let's see if we can fly again here. Yeah, notice now we're up to 3 creepers down there. Not a good idea for our watchers. So the third command block sets the difficulty to peaceful. Difficulty 0 is peaceful. Difficulty 3 is hard. Okay, so if I come in here and I light this one up, those creeper friends of ours are now gone. You see that? So now our users can be sitting down here in sort of darkness, watching over here as we get the show running. Okay? Alright, I've got less than 10 minutes before the actual new year. I want to cover this up so that I don't have any lighting going on. And I am going to be concert master and see if I can't run this show for you. Let's see if I can. There you go. See me? Got my little tuxedo on, ready for the new year. Well, I'm going to show you my back, and hopefully we can. No, I don't think I'm going to do that. There we go. I will continually look over my shoulder so that I can see the good stuff coming. Alright, I'm going to take this piece out. Alright, so now it's just connecting each of these in sequence to watch the show. When I start to hear a click, I'll tie in the next one here. So I want to make sure I get them all set so that all I got to do is place one piece of redstone and it would connect each one. So over here, I'm going to connect here. It would be this one. I'm going to come over here. It would actually no. I think I will do. I'll have to wait on this one. Okay, so I think we're good. All right, so the rest of this video is going to be just watching a show. Okay. All right. I hope you enjoy it. This is going to be on camera, so that my users who couldn't see last night's will have one that they can witness as well. Alright, hope you enjoy it. I will find some neat music to put in the background of the video, and that should nicely balance out the show. Alright, we'll see you in a bit.